And the 22 from Leverett, Mass. is George Kamansky. 6 will qualify automatically. Here they come. Bill Rathburn and Chris Lashaway bring him down. Rathburn takes him a little bit high, drops low, looks for the green, and there it is. Into turn 1, quickly off turn 2, it's Lashaway, Rathburn, Felton, and DeRozier. Kamansky trying to work the outside as Lorenzetti moves up. Rathburn, around comes Rathburn, almost rides up into Lavoie. He'll stay on the gas and get it back on the track as Chris Lashaway continues to lead. Lashaway, Felton, Lorenzetti, Kamansky, and DeRozier. Lavoie is the 6th car in the field. Chris Lashaway now looks into his mirror, and there's Fred Felton working the outside. Felton, Lorenzetti, Kamansky, DeRozier, and now Wenzel has moved into 6th spot. Into 3 with a halfway mark coming up. Lashaway, Felton, Lorenzetti, Kamansky, and DeRozier. Lashaway got to hold the inside and make them work outside if they're going by. It's harder to do it that way. Lashaway and Felton diving into 3 and 4. Down low is Lashaway. Felton on the outside to the line. Dead heat for the lead. Off turn 2, it'll be Felton working the outside. Fred Felton works his way down into the groove and takes over the lead with 2 laps to go. Felton, Lashaway, Kamansky, Lorenzetti, and DeRozier. They work around Bill Rathburn. Kamansky into 3rd, Lorenzetti 4th, 5th is DeRozier, then Wenzel and Lavoie. Fred Felton looks for the white flag and gets it as he comes off turn 4. Chris Lashaway making Kamansky work on the outside too, moves him up the turn. And to the line. Off turn 4 for the checkered flag, it'll be Fred Felton. Kamansky on the outside, then Lashaway, Lorenzetti, DeRozier, and Wenzel. Lavoie and Rathburn failed to make the qualifying 6. Nelson Clayton's car. Kirk Alexander in the 44X. The 24 is Hasbrook. The 4 is Anaki. 18 is Stevens. Here's the green. Blackmore on the outside of Davis off turn 2. And Alexander comes out of the back of the pack. He'll run down into 5th spot. Blackmore and Davis fight it out for the lead off turn 1. It'll be Blackmore on the outside. Blackmore, Davis, Krajewski, Alexander, Cody, Anaki, Clayton, Hasbrook, and Stevens. Blackmore using the 2nd groove to keep the RPMs up and hold the lead over Davis, Krajewski, and Alexander. Alexander now works to the outside. Into turn 3, Alexander outside Davis with Anaki trailing and Cody moving up into the outside groove. Kevin Blackmore, your leader. Kirk Alexander goes 2nd. Alan Anaki into 3rd. Davis moves over. He's 4th. 5th is Krajewski. 6th is Cody. He's in the final qualifying spot. We're halfway now. Now Alexander to the inside of Blackmore grabs the lead. It's Alexander, Anaki, Blackmore fighting for the top 3 spots. Then Davis, Krajewski, Cody, Clayton, and Hasbrook fighting for that final qualifying position. The bubble car now is Clayton in the 7. 2 laps to go. It's Alexander, Anaki, Blackmore, Davis, and Krajewski. The 6 car is the 7. And he's going to get some tight competition as he moves down low, takes the groove away from Hasbrook and Cody. Alexander and Anaki with a white flag. Anaki bearing down now. Krajewski trying to pick up 4th. Kevin Clayton holding on to that 6th spot very nicely. Here come the checkers now. Alexander and Anaki. It'll be Alexander, Alan Anaki, Kevin Blackmore, Joe Krajewski, then Davis, and Clayton holds on to that 6th and final qualifying spot. Then it'll be Hasbrook, Cody, and Stevens.
As they head into turn 3. Here they come, bumping and banging off the turn. The green flag is out. Into turn 1, it's Nelson with the advantage in car 12. Here comes Bill Bree darting up the inside in car 68. They go 3 wide into turn 3. Ferrillo sandwich as they head into turn 4. Off the turn, Nelson will lead lap 1 with Bree up to 2nd, down low challenging. And car 68 will move out in front off turn 2. Ferrillo now dives into 2nd. Here comes Patnode in car 24 to the inside of Nelson. Newcomb up high with car 60, drops way back in the lineup. So it's Bree out in front with Ferrillo in 2nd, Patnode 3rd, Nelson back to 4th, Drug 5th, Stewart up to 6th, Brio 7th, and Carey 8th. Nelson gets shuffled to the back with car 12. Bree leads, Ferrillo 2nd, Patnode 3rd, Drug 4th, Brio 5th, Carey 6th, Stewart 7th, and 8th is now Teddy Chalmers. Halfway marker is out, this time by. Bree, Ferrillo, and Patnode are running away with this event. Now Patnode looks to the high side of Ferrillo. Brio gets a challenge from Jay Stewart for position number 4 as they head through turns 1 and 2. Off turn 2, it's Stewart now with the position. Bree, Ferrillo, and Patnode continue to cover the top 3 positions with Stewart moving up nicely in car 66X. 2 laps to go this time by. Bree and Ferrillo continuing to pull away. Here comes Stewart to the outside of Patnode. Now Stewart gets a challenge on the inside from Carey as Patnode holds on for 3rd. White flag is in the air for Bill Bree in car 68, 1 lap to go. Ferrillo right in there in 2nd. Patnode feels pressure for 3rd. Checkered flag is in the air, and with the win, it's Bill Bree in car 68. Meany is your pace setter in car 5 Mass. Here they come. Again, they touch coming off of turn number 4. Green is out. At the line, Meany has the advantage. Here comes Bouchard right back on the high side, and he'll take position number 1. Shepard gets crossed up in the 34, trying to hold on to his 3rd spot. Here comes Kamansky up the high side with car number 3. So as Bouchard pulls away, 2nd through 8th run very, very tight as Meany will break out of the pack and move into 2nd. Here comes Kamansky back on the high side with car number 3 and Shepard down low in car 34. Mazziato is right there to contend in car 41 and Barry Gray moving up the high side. Kamansky gets way up high in turn 2 and that cost him the battle for position number 3. Back up front, it's still Bouchard pulling away with the 5 Mass of Meany. Running in 2nd. Shepard has securely moved into 3rd. Meany gets up high. Here comes Shepard down low. Barry Gray is right behind him. Ed Stone in car number 11 is up to 5th. Mazziato 6th. Kamansky back up on the high side with car 3 in 7th. And here comes Glenn Brio down low in car 29 Mass. Halfway mark. Bouchard continues to have a great run with car 48 as he will edge out in front. Here comes Barry Gray down low on Roger Shepard. As we watch that battle for position number 2. And Gray will take the spot as they head off turn 2. Here comes Ed Stone down low in car number 11. 3 cars dicing it up for position number 2. Now Stone will dive low on all 3. Or should I say both. Stone is considered one of the 3 in this battle as he dives low on Barry Gray. 2 laps to go for car number 48, Robbie Bouchard. Stone and Gray continue side by side down the back straightaway in the battle for the 2nd spot. White flag is in the air. Bouchard continues to pull away. At the line in that battle, it is Stone with the 2nd spot. But as they go into turn 1, Gray will come right back on the high side. A great battle, and it's likely to go right down to the wire. Checkered flag is in the air, and it is Bouchard, followed by Stone and Gray.
To go. Looking for a green from Ken Isimone. Here they come off turn 4. Picking up speed. Zielinski to the outside, and he'll get him on. Zielinski takes him into 2. Mallet 2nd. Barnard goes around into the infield and brings it back. Cook up to 3rd. Fujimoto, Hersey, Cashman, and Baker. Zielinski's been running stronger each week, and he's coming off the blocks pretty well this time. It's Zielinski, Mallet, Cook, Hersey, Cashman, Fujimoto, then Baker and Barnard. Baker pulls the 71 out, and it'll be Zielinski. Zielinski, Mallet, Cook, and Hersey. Cashman and Fujimoto. Barnard pulls low at the signal of our starter, and Zielinski, Mallet, Cook, and Hersey roll on by. Two laps left. Not much of a challenge for Zielinski just yet. Cook trying to take that 2nd spot away from Mallet, but with 1 lap left, it looks doubtful. Everybody just trying to save their cars for the feature. Scott Cashman almost brings it around off 4. Gets the feel of his brother's car. They'll come down for the checkers, and a win goes to Scott Zielinski. Mallet 2nd, Cook 3rd, Hersey 4th. Then it'll be Scott Cashman, Roger Fujimoto, and the last car on the lap will be Paul Barnard. Good will bring him down for this 2nd strictly stock qualifying event. Meany gets the jump. Here's the green. Barnsworth moves quickly into 2nd. Livingan goes high. Block takes a low road. Drew's right behind him. Meany, Farnsworth, Block a little bit loose. Meany way out to the outside. Cold track, cold tires, and nobody's sticking just yet. Pachalski in his first ride in a race car, having a good time at the back of the pack. Here's Meany, Farnsworth, Block, Drew, Livingood, and Zielinski. Then it's Germain and Pachalski. Meany coming in low and coming out wide. He'd probably have a good time in a dirt car. Halfway coming up, Zielinski trying to take a spot away from Livengood down into turn 4. They ride together. Livengood holds him down. And Livengood keeps that 5th spot. Zielinski's right back at him off turn 2 and down the backstretch. The battle on the track is for 5th place. And Zielinski dives in and takes it. Dave Meany continues to lead. Two laps to go now for Meany, Farnsworth, Block, Drew, Zielinski, Livengood, Germain, and Pachalski. Battle for 3rd now. They dive in behind Farnsworth. Block couldn't hold it there with 1 lap to go. Farnsworth holds 2nd. Drew moves to 3rd. Block is back to 4th. Drew a little bit loose coming off turn 2. Still a good battle going on. The guy that sticks the best is going to get the spot. Here comes Travis Block trying to take a little bit from everybody. Can't do it. So Meany's your winner. Farnsworth 2nd, Drew 3rd.
Robin Mowry. Here they come through turns 3 and 4. Off the turn they come. The green is out. Batchelder has the advantage at the line. He'll move out in front. Down into 3. Mowry holds on for 2nd. Here comes Colson diving low. They make contact, and we've got big trouble in turn number 4. Brett Rollins gets up in the air as he goes literally up and over the back end of Colson's car. Colson, you can see a lot of sheet metal damage on the car number 37. G.G. Gravel also involved, along with the 21 car of Chuck Geisler. It all started when Colson dove into that turn and made contact with the one mass of Mowry. Mowry just went right around and collected several cars. Front, alongside Batchelder. And it's a pretty good start for both. Green is out. Batchelder will lead him down through turns 1 and 2. Raymond tucks in for 2nd, and here comes Vandaka down low with car 135. He moves up to 3rd, tags Raymond, and here comes Prue back on the high side. 1 lap complete, and still out in front is Batchelder. Now here comes Vandaka down to the low side of Roger Raymond. Still looking for racing room. Sawyer up to 4th, Prue 5th. Back up front, here comes Raymond down low on Batchelder. Battle for the lead as they go into turn 1. Gravel up the inside, moves into position number 5. Here comes Harrison down low, and he'll take 6th. Raymond once again down low on Batchelder. Vandaka right there to contend with car 135, and Lonnie Sawyer having a good run in car 74. Halfway marker is out. Again, Raymond heads to the low side of Batchelder. Can't make the move stick. Raymond dives into turn number 3. Once again looks low. Still can't make it stick as we now have 6 laps complete, and Batchelder continues to hold on. Further back, G.G. Gravel is all alone in 5th. Nate Harrison 6th, Colson 7th, and 8th is Prue. The top 4 have run away with this event. 2 laps to go for Batchelder. Raymond the same, and Vandaka in car 135. On the back straightaway, Vandaka sees light down low, but the door is suddenly shut as Raymond will dive back into turn 3. White flag is in the air. Here comes Raymond back down low. Batchelder edges away on the back straightaway. Checkered flag is in the air, and it's Batchelder with the win. It's Payne and Rugg right up front. As they go into turn 3, we'll be looking for the pace to pick up this time. They get a little squirrely, and Litwell gets sideways. Green is out. Down into turn number 1, Payne goes up and tags Marquis as Rugg will pull away from the rest of the field in car 70. Marquis up to second. Payne tries to hold on to third. Here comes Zeidema and Karen. Peter Daniels up the outside in car 76 gains lots of ground as he will go around Punky Karen, and now Rick Payne, yellow flag, or correction. As the green flag remains out, we've got a yellow on our scoreboard. Car 70, Bob Rugg holds off Marquis. Zeidema trying to hold on for third. Here comes Daniels. He'll shoot up the outside, car 76. Now Marquis takes the top spot away from Bob Rugg as they go into turn number 3. Daniels is closing in ever so quickly with car 76. Daniels will move into that second spot. Here he comes down low to challenge Marquis. Marquis drifts up just a bit. Daniels dives low in car 76. Halfway mark. And we've got a spin off turn 4. It's the 29 of Rick Payne going around. As Daniels once again looks to the low side, we've got a yellow. Green this time by Marquis and Daniels. Bring the field around. The green is in the air. Down into turn 1, Daniels on the high side with car 76. Now edges out ahead as they go down into turn number 3. Here comes Marquis back down on the low side, but it's Daniels with the advantage at the line. Bob Rugg falls back in a battle with Punky Karen for position number 4 as Zeidema will move into third. It's Daniels, Marquis, Zeidema, Karen, Rugg, good enough, Beckwith and Latois. Two laps to go for Daniels this time in car 76. He'll fly off turn 2 and down the back straightaway, pulling away from Marquis and Zeidema with the white flag in the air. Marquis second, Zeidema third, Karen and good enough battle for fourth. Checkered flag is out. It's Daniels with the win.
Dave Pinkham back after starting with us early in the season. Looking for green. 10 laps of qualifying. Here they come. Brown leads it with Rudolph, Jarvis, Bateman, and DeRoy. Here comes the Visa, Byrne, Pinkham, Bodge, Blake, and Cole. 1 lap down. It's Brown leading, Rudolph second, Jarvis third, Bateman and DeRoy. Zavisa, Byrne, Pinkham, Bodge. Pinkham down inside Byrne now. Bodge can't find a running room to drop low. Ted Brown holds the lead. Brown and Rudolph, Jarvis, Bateman, DeRoy, and Zavisa. Pinkham has moved into 6th. Then it's Bodge, Blake, Byrne, and Cole. Ted Brown keeps holding them off as they come down for lap 4. Rudolph to the outside. Brown, Rudolph, Jarvis, Bateman. Moving up on the halfway mark, Ted Brown continues to hold the lead over Rudolph. They touch tires. Jarvis underneath Rudolph trying to take over second. Brownie holds the lead, gets in a little bit deep. Jarvis can't take advantage of it. Brown using up the racetrack, keeping everybody behind him. On the brakes, drops low. 3 laps left. Ted Brown, Dunk Rudolph, Jack Bateman. Jarvis with a tire going down, moves back to 4th. On comes DeRoy on the outside, and he'll move into 4th around Jarvis with 2 to go. Lap traffic ahead for Ted Brown, Rudolph, and Bateman. Brown works the traffic. Rudolph goes low. He's going to try to squeeze in there. There's no room. Byrne moves over quickly. DeRoyan is up to fourth. Zavisa fifth. Sixth is Jarvis. Seventh is Pinkham. Here they come. For the checkered flag, it's Ted Brown. Bateman, Rudolph, DeRoyan, Zavisa, Pinkham, Jarvis. Then Blake. Byrne, Bodge. Bodge pulled out, so Byrne's the final man on the track to qualify. 0 is Kennedy. 08 Townsend, 85 Monteith. The 9 is D'Alessandro. 32 St. Angelo. 73 Marquis. Here they come. Orton in the 24. The 9 New Hampshire is Albro, and here's the green. Batchelor gets away quickly. Batchelor, Cole, and Kennedy. Monteith, Ball, and St. Angelo. Now they get up to full song. Ball having a problem in the 20. D'Alessandro goes around, moves into fifth. Marquis up the outside, Jarvis up the outside. That's Albro. Here's Batchelor up front with Cole, Kennedy, Monteith, St. Angelo, D'Alessandro, and Marquis. Ball, Albro, Townsend, and Orton. Orton on the binders, nearly buys the wall. Batchelor leads, Cole second, Kennedy out of the groove, Monteith moving up the inside. Keep your eye on the 20, he's having problems in turn 4. Here they come to the halfway mark. It's still Batchelor, Cole, Kennedy, Monteith, St. Angelo, D'Alessandro, and Marquis. Now Kennedy works the outside of Cole for second. Monteith trying to hold off St. Angelo. Coming up on lap 7, Batchelor continues to lead with Kennedy, Cole, Monteith, St. Angelo, D'Alessandro, Marquis, Albro, Ball, and Townsend, then Orton. 2 laps to go now. Batchelor and Kennedy. Batchelor continues to look strong with the white flag out. Batchelor holding off Kennedy for first. Kennedy second. Cole third. St. Angelo fourth. Fifth is D'Alessandro. Marquis seventh. Seventh is Monteith. Here's the checkered flag. It'll be Batchelor, Kennedy, Cole, St. Angelo, D'Alessandro, Marquis, Monteith, Albro, Ball, and Townsend. And finally, coming into turn 4 hard, having trouble with that turn, Ed Orton.
And we've got contact right on the start. Meany and Bouchard come together. Meany goes way up the racetrack. Back up front, Ferrillo edges out ahead in car number 11, Vermont, and we've got trouble as they enter turn number 3. Drug gets crossed up. He makes contact with Ed Stone. Yellow flag is out on lap number 1. Herb Drug came together with Dennis Stange and Todd Patnode as it appeared going into turn 3. Got all crossed up, made contact with a couple of other cars that were able to escape. But unfortunately for Drug, he winds up in a problem on the first lap. Complete out of 25, Jay Ferrillo in car 11, Vermont, and Ted Chalmers in car 28 bring the field around. Pace picks up, and here they come off turn 4. The green flag is out. Ferrillo pulls out in front, and we've got trouble here on the front straightaway just before the start. Finish line, Barry Johnson and Wayne Foster have come together. Yellow flag is back out. Yellow back out. Vermont and the 28, the pace picks up. Here they come, and the green is out. Down to the line, it's Ferrillo. Once again out in front. And the LMC Sunoco, number 11, Vermont. Chalmers tucks in for second. Stance down low. trying to move up a spot. Can't make a move stick, and therefore he will drop back to 4th. Here comes Robbie Bouchard up the high side. Car 48 looking to take the runner-up spot this time by. Ferrillo is pulling away with car 11 Vermont. A great run for the LMZ Sunoco car. It's Chalmers and Bouchard at the line battling for the second spot as they run double file through turns 1 and 2. Bouchard now picks up the runner-up spot. Here comes Chalmers right back on the inside. Ted Chalmers in car 28. The Ham Custom Trailers, number 28, down on the low side of the racetrack, looking to hold on to the runner-up spot, but Robbie Bouchard is running very, very well on the high side. Bouchard up high off turn number 4, and Chalmers will stick right to the bottom of the racetrack. Now Bouchard gets a car length advantage on the Chalmers car. Here comes Patnode up the high side, car 24. Ed Stone rides the speed bumps of car number 11 as he gets out of shape. The Ferrillo machine running very well tonight. Car 11 Vermont has led the first 6 laps, now 7. Bouchard is second, Chalmers third, Patnode holds on to 4th. Dennis Stans runs the bottom, holds on to 5th. Barry Gray and Ed Stone battling for 6th. Now Sandwich, the 30 car of Stans. Ed Stone running very, very low on the racetrack, picks up a couple of spots. Back up front, battle for the lead now. Bouchard heads to the outside of Ferrillo as they head into turn number 3. He will take the spot, but now Ferrillo comes right back on the inside, and at the line it looks like the 11 Vermont with the advantage. Ferrillo runs the bottom, Bouchard up high as they come up on a couple of lapped automobiles. Barry Johnson and Dave Nelson. And it's Bouchard taking the lead on lap number 10. Robbie Bouchard, Jay Ferrillo, Todd Patnode up to 3rd. Running in 4th is now Tom Carey Jr., 5th Barry Gray, 6th Ted Chalmers, Jay Stewart up the high side 7th, Ed Stone 8th, Barry Gray 9th, and Dennis Stans 10th. Ferrillo continues to have a magnificent run with car 11 Vermont as he holds on for the second spot. Chalmers gets sandwiched between Barry Johnson, a lapped automobile, and Ed Stone, car number 11. As Todd Patnode tries to hold on to 3rd, here comes Tom Carey Jr. up the high side. The 5 Vermont will move up into position number 3. Bouchard, car 48, looking for another victory this season. It will be his 5th feature event win if he can hold on. 4 cars battle for position number 4. Barry Gray in the 29, the 24 of Todd Patnode, Ed Stone in the 11, and Jay Stewart in car 66X. 15 laps complete. Bouchard continues to lead this event. Now Carey has caught Jay Ferrillo and goes to work on the high side. Tom Carey Jr. in the 5 Vermont moves into second. Bouchard, Carey, Ferrillo, Stone, Gray, Stewart, and Patnode. Now Carey goes to work on Bouchard for the lead. Car 5 Vermont down on the low side. Bouchard runs up high as they go into turn 1. Now off turn 2, it's Carey with the lead in car 5 Vermont. Carey looking for his 3rd feature event win in the row. Has just taken the lead from Robbie Bouchard. Bouchard tucks in for 2nd. Ferrillo holds on to 3rd. Ed Stone 4th. Barry Gray 5th. Jay Stewart 6th. Todd Patnode, Bill Bree, Eddie Brio Jr., and Dennis Stans run among the top 10. Here comes Stone to the low side of Ferrillo, but he gets behind the Matt Weaver car, and now Stone will try once again to dive low. Ferrillo pinches him going into turn 3. Ferrillo now looking for racing room to get around Robbie Bouchard, so car number 11 Vermont continues to have a great run. Bouchard pulls down to the low side. Ferrillo up high as they battle for position number 2. Ferrillo gets way up high. Here comes Stone down low. Ed Stone, the 1991 late model champion. As Bouchard goes around right in front of Stone. The two go down through the infield. Stone keeps the car out of the lake. And we've got a spin in turn 4. It's Bill Bree in car 68 as Stone and Bouchard have both gone around. And we go to yellow on lap 22. Yellow flag is out. Green flag is in the air, and Stewart has a problem with the 66X. A tough break for Jay Stewart. So he'll drop off the pace, and it's the 5 Vermont of Carey pulling far, far away. We've got trouble in turn number 2. Around goes Newcomb and Drug. We stay under green. Both cars able to come back out onto the racetrack. This time, look for the white flag for Tom Carey Jr. 1 lap to go. Exciting battle for second. Jay Ferrillo in car 11 Vermont holding on. Now the checkered flag is in the air, and with the win, it's Tom Carey Jr. in car 5 Vermont.
Good run for young Jay Ferrillo, the rookie driver. Came together in the backstretch. Stone survived that. Bouchard was the victim. Tough day after tomorrow. We'll just have a regular night of enduros.
In a row for Tom Carey Jr. Tom, congratulations. I talked to you last week, and again, you said it was a lot of fun, just that, but still, it's kind of hard to believe. You did a great job out there.
Yeah, we're just getting a lot of the breaks, you know. Usually we get flat tires and stuff like that, but we've just been lucky, and the car's going good. The guys do a good job. I'd like to thank Winchester Road Products and Gary Penfield and his wife for letting us go with this, and we're having a good time.
Congratulations, Tom Carey Jr. with a very popular win in car number 5 Vermont. Now we'll scoot on over here to our second place finisher. Jay Ferrillo, great run behind the wheel of car number 11 Vermont. It's been an up and down rookie season, but tonight it all comes together.
Yeah, it's been tough. I tell you, the guys we got to thank the first is Ray Mann here, our crew chief and the crew. Without those guys, you know, that's what makes this thing all happen. And a special thanks to Jim Heber from Heber Brothers Motors. He's given us a bulletproof motor this year and given us the horsepower and lots of moral support too. And our sponsors, LMC Sunoco, Northeast Car Wash Systems, and Mr. Sparkle Car Washes. We just couldn't do it without everybody's help. Thanks.
Congratulations, Jay Ferrillo. Great runner-up finish for car number 11 Vermont. And we'll head over here to Barry Gray. Barry, a nice way to wrap up the season in third. You finished runner-up in the point standings. Congratulations.
Yeah, we tried real hard all year. I want to thank all the sponsors and all the crew. They all did a wonderful job.
Congratulations, Barry Gray, your third place finisher in car 29.
Next up will be the Pro Stocks, and the Pro Stocks will be followed by our 50-50 raffle tonight. Groton, Massachusetts, and the 01 for Doug Dresser. They're going to get some hot laps. Junior Colson lost it coming off turn 2 in a warm-up, trying to get his car up to speed, and his tire temperature's up to speed, and he's got it refired and backs it off the wall. I don't think he hit too hard, but he did get tapped from behind by Punky Karen, and Karen, here they come. It'll be Mike Batchelor and Bob Rugg up front, Frank Latois, Junior Colson, Kevin Prue, and Jerry Marquis looking for green as they come down off turn 4. Field squared away, and here we are. Rugg takes him to the high side of turn 2, and he'll lead him down the backstretch. It's Bob Rugg with the lead. Mike Batchelor goes second. Third is Colson. Marquis up the inside for fourth. Zeidema moves up to 5th on the backstretch. It's Rugg, Bachelor, Marquis, Colson, and Zeidema with Goodenough, Fiandaca, and Daniels. Bob Rugg continues to lead after 2. The battle for 2nd, it'll be Marquis, Bachelor, Zeidema, Colson, Goodenough, Daniels, Fiandaca. Raymond moves up, Gravel moves up, Sawyer's closing in. Bob Rugg on top. Here's Marquis on his bumper. It's Marquis, Zeidema, Bachelor, Colson, Goodenough, and Fiandaca. On the outside, Rugg tries it. Marquis on the inside. Marquis works to the inside, and Marquis will take over the lead on lap 5. Marquis, Zeidema, and Rugg, followed by Bachelor and Colson. Jerry Marquis out on top. Jeff Zeidema goes 2nd. Rugg 3rd, Bachelor 4th. Then it's Fiandaca, Colson, Daniels, Goodenough, Gravel, Raymond, and Lonnie Sawyer. Good battle up front as the leaders begin to pull away. Zeidema right on the bumper of Marquis. Rugg holds 3rd, Bachelor 4th. Fiandaca works up the inside. He's going to have to squeeze around Dresser to take over that 5th spot. Fiandaca 5th, working on 4th. Daniels right behind him. Bachelor out of the groove, and Fiandaca's there. Fiandaca in behind Rugg. Fiandaca moving up one more spot. If Rugg gives ground, Fiandaca's going to have it. He gives him a tap and dives low. He's there. Fiandaca looking for 3rd. He's inside Rugg and takes over 3rd. Fiandaca trying to run down the leaders as he and Daniels work inside Bob Rugg. 10 laps down, the leader is Marquis with Zeidema, Fiandaca, Daniels, Rugg, Bachelor, and Gravel. Fiandaca into 3 and 4 hard, almost loses it. Here's Daniels on his bumper. Fiandaca and Daniels, 3rd and 4th, trying to chase down Marquis and Zeidema. Each driver with 3 wins. Dresser pulls out of the way. Daniels fights to the inside of Fiandaca. Peter doesn't give him any room. Peter trying to hang on to that spot. High off turn 2. Marquis now 2 car lengths on Zeidema, working lap traffic. Peter Fiandaca, Peter Daniels trying to run down Marquis and Zeidema. Daniels moves into 3rd. It's Daniels on the backstretch into turns 3 and 4 with 3rd, Fiandaca 4th. They work lap traffic. Daniels is going to have to run some to catch the leaders, and he does, coming off turn 2. 15 out of 35. It's Marquis, Zeidema, Daniels, Fiandaca, Gravel, Bachelor, Goodenough, Rugg, Raymond, Sawyer, and Colson. Trouble in turn 4. Pieces of car all over the place. Spinning out of the way. It's Beckwith, and a caution comes out. Beckwith and Steigels among the combatants. It looked like Nate Harrison was up there too in turn 4. All of that coming about on lap 16. They started off. Marquis gets the gas. Here's the green. Marquis and Zeidema side by side to turn 1. They rub paint. Daniels looks inside. Marquis goes high. Takes Zeidema there, and Daniels is on the inside. Peter Daniels takes them both wide, and Daniels will have the lead. Smart move by Daniels. Fiandaca right behind him, and they edge out Zeidema and Marquis. Daniels will lead laps 16 and 17. It's Daniels, Fiandaca, Zeidema, Marquis, and Gravel. Then Bachelor, Goodenough, Raymond, Rugg, and Sawyer, your top 10 cars. What a smart move by Bachelor. Or rather by Daniels to pick up the lead. He leads at the halfway mark. It's Daniels, Fiandaca, Zeidema, Marquis, Gravel, Bachelor, Goodenough, Raymond, Rugg, and Sawyer top 10. Then Colson, Arison, Mallory, Steigels, and Payne in the top 15. Sawyer picks off another one as he moves underneath Rugg, and he'll move up to 9th. Here's Gravel working the outside of Marquis. Oh, Zeidema sideways off turn 4. Marquis and Gravel fighting for the 4th spot on the field. Gravel on the outside, starting to get hooked up, works around Marquis. Gravel, outside Marquis, has 4th place. It's Daniels, Fiandaca, Zeidema, Gravel, and Marquis, your top 5. Peter Daniels taking time off from the Busch Grand National Tour with 10 laps to go this time by. Daniels looking for the victory. Here he is. Then it's Fiandaca, Zeidema, Gravel, Marquis, Bachelor, Goodenough, Raymond, Sawyer, and Rugg top 10. Trouble in turn 4. Geisler and Beckwith in the 60 come together to bring out the second caution of the day. Daniels and Fiandaca, Zeidema, and Gravel with Marquis. Going to be a good one. Here they come. Looking for the green from Billy Dunn. Fiandaca moved up. Daniels jumped. And there will not be a start. Caution remains on the racetrack. Billy Dunn didn't like the way they started it. And the front end for Beckwith's car just came apart. I mean, whatever was left just shredded, and he travels down pit road. Rick Payne. Moses may have parted the Red Sea, but something parted the front of Beckwith's car, and there wasn't anything near him. All right, Daniels and Fiandaca ready to renew their restart battle. Here they come. Back of the pack trying to gain some momentum. Behind him, Daniels gets a good start. He gets away. Fiandaca doesn't stay with him, and here's the green. Zeidema works inside Fiandaca. The battle for second is Zeidema, Fiandaca. Then it's Gravel, Marquis, and Goodenough. Daniels will lead them down. Across the line, it'll be Zeidema, Fiandaca, Gravel, and Marquis. Zeidema breaks free, moves into second. Fiandaca goes third, Gravel fourth, Marquis fifth, sixth is Goodenough, then it's Raymond, Bachelor, Sawyer, and Rugg. Peter Daniels trying to stay on top, drive a smooth race. Zeidema, Fiandaca chasing him down hard. Gravel holding Marquis behind him. Peter Daniels with 6 car lengths on Zeidema. Fiandaca on Zeidema's bumper. Zeidema closes in the corners, can't hold him on the straights. Daniels looking at 5 laps to go. This is lap 30. Daniels, Fiandaca, Zeidema. That's Daniels, Zeidema, Fiandaca. Gravel, Marquis. Top 5 cars. 4 laps remaining now. Now Gravel gets a little bit out of line, and Marquis looks underneath. Well, there's a battle for 5th and 4th. There's a battle for 2nd. Daniels looks at 32 complete, 3 to go. Two laps left when they come by this time for Daniels, Zeidema, Fiandaca, Gravel, Marquis, Goodenough, Raymond, Bachelor. Trouble on the backstretch as Rick Payne and Kevin Prue come together, and Payne's car is disabled. Prue's car is all torn apart. So close to the finish for Peter Daniels when the back markers start banging bumpers. This event, the front of Prue's car has been left in the pits, what's left of it. The same for the Beckwith car. Here they come, looking for green on lap 33. It's Daniels, Zaidema, and Fiandaca. And this time, Zaidema's able to close in on Daniels' bumper. Can Daniels' tires stay warm enough to give him the bite he needs? Coming down for the white flag lap. It's Daniels, Zaidema, and Fiandaca. Gravel and Marquis. Look for the checkered flag this time by. And here it is for Peter Daniels. Fiandaca, Gravel, and Marquis, your top 5 finishers. And in a moment, we'll meet tonight's feature winner. As soon as he gets unstrapped, unpacked, and unbelted. And then we'll move on to our 50-50 drawing. Let's give him a big Monadnock welcome, ladies and gentlemen. Tonight's final feature winner, Peter Daniels. Boy, Peter, you've had not too many visits here this year. You've been dividing your time between the short tracks and the Busch Grand National Tour. This must feel pretty good.
Yeah, it does feel real good. You know, we're kind of concentrate on our Busch effort, but it's always fun to come down here and race a pro stock. And the car's been running great the past couple of weeks. I just want to thank my crew. They've worked hard for 3 or 4 years now, and we finally put everything together. And the car's running good, and it's about all I can say.
How about your efforts on the Busch Grand National North Tour?
We feel relatively happy with the Busch Tour. I mean, it's our first year. We're currently 16th in points, and I think we're going to move up 15th this weekend at Star. This will just give us a tune-up, get to Star.
Great run. Peter Daniels, your winner tonight to wrap up the Pro Stock season for 1991. Jeff Zaidema running strong tonight. You had a good run, Jeff. You had to come from back a little bit ways and gave Peter a run for his money.
Well, Peter was running real good tonight, and I congratulate him on a good win for himself.
How about your crew? This is the last race here this year. What's up in the next couple of weeks?
Well, we'll probably be at Stafford next weekend, and then Lee has a couple of shows, and then we'll be at the Thompson final.
Good run. Second place, Jeff Zaidema. Where is he? There he is. My golly. I was beginning to worry whether we even get a chance to say hello to him this season or not. A couple of autographs. Peter, last week wasn't a great season debut here at Monadnock, but tonight seems to have paid off.
Yeah, last week we were probably a little quicker than this week, but we were good again this week. You know, it's great to be back here, and we hope to have a car to run here all next year on Friday nights. We had a car started this year, and I sold to a guy at Claremont, Wally Brown, and, you know, it was just too hard changing the cars over, but I figured for a few weeks we could do it anyway.
Well, you haven't had such a shabby season this year, even if not being here, as I recall. Have you lost at Hudson yet?
No, we went out to win 4 championships this year, and we won 3 out of the 4. So, you know, we're pretty cool about that. You know, that was just amazing for us.
Can't knock that. Always a hard racer looking where the money is. Good run for you, Peter.
Yeah, thank you very much.
Third place, Pete Fiandaca. Okay, we've got some money to give away and some other prizes. They can wait. Falling out. Now he's going to try to regroup, and here he comes, looking for green. We're off. Look out. DeRoy into the side of Kennedy on the start. Your leader is Batchelor, Cole, Brown, Rudolph, and Kennedy. On the backstretch, it's still Batchelor, Cole, Brown, and Rudolph. Then Kennedy, look out, Bateman through the infield. And across the line. Caution on the racetrack as Roy Blake has trouble with his 7X. He'll take it to the pits. The 85 of Monteith has his problems. And after 2, we've got a caution. Bruce Batchelor and Wade Cole, Teddy Brown and Dunk Rudolph, Ed Kennedy and Bruce D'Alessandro. Here they come for the green. Bumping and thumping off turn 4. Batchelor grabs the lead. Cole second. Rudolph and D'Alessandro to the outside. Brown and Kennedy to the inside. Here they come for lap 3. It's Batchelor, Cole, Brown, Rudolph, Kennedy. Batchelor hangs on. Cole looks inside, and there's Cole. Dead heat. Batchelor gets it to the line. Now we've got trouble on the front straightaway. The 17 and the 9. The caution is out as Cole took over the lead. Batchelor's back in. Albro's here. Cole wants it. So does Brown. So does Rudolph. Here they come. There's the green. Bang and thump as they come off turn 4. Everybody bumping and thumping as they come into turn 2. And it is Cole with the lead. Brown second. Rudolph in the 3X will pull it down along the front straightaway with a tire down. The gate is open. He'll take it in. Cole, your leader. D'Alessandro second. Now the caution flag comes out as Albro and Marquis spin in 3. It's going to be one of those nights. Lap 6, the 128, the 08, the 194 heading down pit road. The 3X had already gone in. And the 9 New Hampshire looks like he's got front end damage and may require a tow. Cole and Brown, D'Alessandro and Kennedy, then Zavisa and DeRoyne. Here they come. The field gets by. Brown gets shunted back to about 8th spot. It's going to be Cole, D'Alessandro, and Kennedy. Here they come. Wade Cole with the lead. Kennedy, D'Alessandro, followed by Zavisa and DeRoyne. Wade Cole is going to have a bumper full as Kennedy pulls the Ralph Solheim car up on his back bumper. Off turn 2, Cole holds the outside groove, moves down low, takes it to the low side of the racetrack and pulls away again. Wade takes D'Alessandro up high. Kennedy gets out of the groove, has to move up and fight with Zavisa. D'Alessandro way to the outside. Cole gives him a little gump and he's on his way. Cole once again holds off the faster D'Alessandro car. The Miles Simons prepared automobile. Cole fighting for a win. And a long way to go. Still 25 laps to hang on. And a lot of pressure all over his back bumper. It's Cole, D'Alessandro, Kennedy, Zavisa, the battle for the top spot. Kennedy and D'Alessandro bang together. Kennedy tries to go low. D'Alessandro tries to go high. They're going to move up on lap traffic as Cole continues to hold on to the lead. D'Alessandro on the outside now with lap traffic ahead of them. D'Alessandro finally gets what he needs and he's up front. It'll be D'Alessandro taking the lead this time by. Cole goes second. Kennedy third. Zavisa and DeRoyne. And D'Alessandro's going to be looking for win number 2. Wade Cole trying to hang on to second. Oh, D'Alessandro spins and gets hit by Ed Orton. And DeRoyne takes over the lead. Whoa, what a lousy break. D'Alessandro spins while leading in turn number 3 going around a lap car. D'Alessandro spun and the 24 car of Ed Orton with no place to go, and Bamo right there made contact. Also taken out Rusty Ball, John Zavisa, and Jack Bateman. All right, Cole setting a slow pace, hoping he can snooker Kennedy, both veteran drivers. Here comes Cole. Here's the green, no snookering this time. Semi-single file start. Wade Cole trying to hold on. It's Cole, Kennedy, Zavisa, DeRoy, and St. Angelo. Pinkham, Jarvis, look out, Bachelor loose, and then Alessandro. Marquis, Bateman out of the running. Moving up on the halfway mark now. Wade Cole's got a half a race to go if he wants to pick up the victory. Kennedy all over his back bumper. Kennedy trying to set up for an inside run. Cole sets him up off the turn. Cole high, drops low. Kennedy trying to slingshot underneath. Can't do it. Cole in hard, hits the brakes. Kennedy can't get low, but Zavisa's trying. Wade Cole, here comes Kennedy up the inside. Kennedy with a nose in. Kennedy and Cole. Kennedy and Cole to the line. Kennedy. Lap 20, it's Ed Kennedy's. Cole, Zavisa, then DeRoy, St. Angelo, Pinkham, Jarvis. We've got a car in a wall down the front straightaway. Car in a wall down the front straightaway as Ted Brown pulls it out with a flat tire. D'Alessandro in the wall in the 9. See him. No D'Alessandro. Start, restart, lap 22. Here comes Kennedy, Cole, and Zavisa. Banging bumpers as they come off the turn. Cole slips back in to grab second spot. Zavisa goes third. DeRoy, now St. Angelo fourth, Marquis fifth. Jerry Marquis finally able to work his way into the top 5. Ed Kennedy, Wade Cole, and John Zavisa. Marquis down inside, John St. Angelo for fourth now. Marquis begins his march to the top. Dives in behind Zavisa, who bangs on the back bumper of Cole. Marquis on the back bumper of Zavisa now. 10 laps to go for Kennedy, Cole, Marquis, Zavisa, and St. Angelo. Marquis and Zavisa begin to work over Wade Cole. Cole down low. Marquis can't get underneath as he goes under the white line. Cole loose, brings it back, right back up in front, and Marquis and Zavisa both go by. It is now look out. St. Angelo spins out. Your leader is Kennedy with Zavisa. Marquis spins out in turn 2. Now we've got 2 of them. DeRoy got by Cole. So St. Angelo spins in turn 3. And Marquis spins in turn 2. And brings out the caution for Marquis and for St. Angelo was the first one to go. Marquis was the second one to go. With 27 laps in the books. Out of 35. 2 features to go, the late models and the Strickleys. Wade Cole heading down pit road. He may have a tire problem. Kennedy trying to hang on for the win. Pinkham trying to work up the outside. Pink and DeRoyne almost come together. They come down to complete 28. It's going to be Kennedy, Zavisa, DeRoyne, and Pinkham right under a blanket. And then it's Jarvis. DeRoyne and Pinkham fighting for third. DeRoyne almost loses out. And Pinkham is up to third. Marquis trying to come up through the pack. He's going to have to go some tonight. St. Angelo pulls the 32 out. It's Kennedy and Zavisa all by themselves. Then Pinkham, DeRoyne, Jarvis, Bodge, Brown, and Marquis. Brown's down a lap. Cole is running well off the pace. Ed Kennedy trying to put Ralph Solheim's car in victory lane tonight. Zavisa on his bumper. Less than 4 laps to go. We're down to 3. It'll be 2 to go next time by. Kennedy, Zavisa, Pinkham, Jarvis, and DeRoyne. 2 to go now. 2 to go. And Kennedy gets a big break as he uses Cole for a pick. Ed Kennedy. White flag for Kennedy and Zavisa. Pinkham. Bateman trying to race with Pinkham. Bateman takes Pinkham out almost. Pinkham will hold on for third. Maybe. Here comes Jarvis. The winner is Kennedy. Zavisa, Pinkham, Jarvis, and DeRoyne will round it out. Your winner is Ed Kennedy. Victory lane, and this is one of those nights. 3 new faces up here. The first one has been traveling for a long time between Springfield, Mass. and Coppell, Texas, and now calls Coppell, Texas his hometown. And let's welcome him, because by my records it may be his first Monadnock Speedway victory. We'll find out in a minute. Here he comes. Hopefully we can squeeze out. Let's welcome our final Monadnock Speedway modified victor, Ed Kennedy. Wow. Ed, I just went back to the record books. What I have you ever had a Monadnock win?
Yeah, not in a modified. My last late model races here, actually my last 8 races here, I run all 8 heats and all 8 features. I got to say, I had a real good late model then, and I feel that we're right back to that again in this modified here. Just unbelievable. Ralph Solheim and the guys, they work so hard. I'm so happy,
Well, Ralph's put a lot of guys in victory lane here in this car. Kenny Bouchard and some others among them. You've got to feel you're in pretty good company. You ran a great race tonight.
Thank you very much. I tell you, I can't say more for Ralph Solheim. There's no better, modified builder, crew chief, owner. I mean, he does it all, and it's a real business to him, and I just respect him so much.
Well, it's nice to get back up from Texas in the cool New England climates to pick up a win in a wild night, and congratulations from all of us, and a nice way to finish off the season here.
Yeah, it's great. We've been working real hard for this all year. I got to give the credit to the guys. Thank you very much.
Ed Kennedy, your winner tonight. Well, John Zavisa, you almost had a win last week, and you had a good run here this week. Must feel good.
Yeah, it feels real good to come back. Last week, with 4 laps to go, the fan snapped off the tip of the blade, and it shook the water pump off the front of the motor. So in a minute, we lost second place.
And this time you made up for it. You got a good second. The car's running well.
Yeah, the car feels real good. We put this is our B-bomb motor. Our good motor never gave us any real results. This one here was put together in about 4.5 hours by Precision Automotive. I got to thank Norman Case. This has been the best one we had.
Well, that's going to have to put it on the shelf at least around here until next spring. What's on the record for you now?
We're going to take the rest of the year off, I think. Maybe we'll go to Thompson.
Maybe. Otherwise, relax and watch the races on TV. John Zavisa finishing second. And another guy returning to the to the high banks. Dave, we missed you for a while, but nice return.
No, thanks. It's pretty hard for us and the crew to get down here on Friday nights because we all work and 3 hours away. But we like it here, and maybe someday we'll get big enough sponsors so we can come down here on Friday nights and race and put on a good show.
Well, you gave us a good one tonight. You darn near got cleaned out there once. You put a good move on to keep that third.
Yeah, well, last lap you can't give any positions away. That's what I was told. So, you know, I'd just like to thank Mobile One and my owner, David Kudamash, and the crew, and they've all done a super job. We ran Claremont and finished third in the points down there for the year, and it's been all right for a steelhead motor. No McBats, I'll tell you that.
Nothing fancy, but hard work. Good run, and congratulations. Third finisher, Dave Pinkham.
Zielinski on the gas. Farnsworth right alongside. Green is out. And to the line, it's Zielinski in car number 7 with Farnsworth right up on his back bumper in second. Russ Hersey third, Meany fourth, and Mallet fifth as Barner drops off the pace in car 24X. Off turn 4, Zielinski dirt tracks it, leading lap number 1. Farnsworth second. We've got trouble on the front straightaway. Joe Zellman goes around with a flat left front tire. Car number 39. Zellman trying to back the car into the infield as Zielinski continues to lead with Farnsworth second. Now Zellman will pull back out, and apparently he's looking to head down pit road as soon as he finds the chance. Zielinski, Farnsworth, Hersey, Meany, and Mallet are your top 5. Zielinski running away with the race as Farnsworth is all alone in second. Hersey third, Meany fourth, Mallet fifth, Cook up to 6th, 3 wide off turn 4. Cashman, Drew, and Block. Drew on the high side looking to take a spot away from Block. Block holds him off down on the low side as Zielinski continues to run away with the race. Farnsworth continues to run a fine race, all alone in second. Hersey holds off Meany in the battle for third. Meany going to work now with car 15 mass. Meany taps Hersey now, looking for racing room. John Pachalski pulls off the pace with car 37M as he heads down into the infield. Zielinski is about a full straightaway ahead of Farnsworth. Running third is still Hersey with Meany closing in car 15 mass. Mallet is 5th. Cook is 6th, Drew 7th, Block 8th. Scott Cashman 9th, and 10th is Sonny Germain, car 33. Roger Fujimoto goes a lap down. Randy Baker drops off the pace with car 71. And it's still Zielinski way out in front. Now Hersey closes in on Farnsworth. Russ Hersey looking for racing room around 41 mass. Scott Farnsworth for the battle for second. Zielinski puts Germain 1 lap down. As we watch that battle for the second spot, it's still Farnsworth, followed by Hersey and Meany. Zielinski running away with this race. He's got a full straightaway lead on Farnsworth, who's getting a battle one more time from Hersey and Meany. Mallet is still 5th. Drew has moved into 6th. 7th is Cookie Cook. 8th, Travis Block. 9th is Scott Cashman. And 10th is Joe Zellman in car 39, who is 1 lap down. Cook goes around in turn number 4, goes around again with car 32. We've got 5 laps to go for Zielinski in car number 7. Farnsworth still holding on to that second spot. Hersey third. Meany right on his back bumper looking for a position. Here comes Meany down low in the battle for third, heading down into turn 3. Sonny Germain, and contact is made between Germain and Farnsworth. Germain dove into that turn very, very hard. Yellow is out. Tough break for Scott Farnsworth in car 41 Mass, running in the runner-up spot for the entire race. Gets tagged by Sonny Germain as Germain went flying into turn number 3. Green this time by Zielinski, Meany, Drew, Mallet, and Block. Here they come through turns 3 and 4. Green is out. Zielinski once again pulls away, but Meany is certainly a very strong competitor, so look for him to be a competitor challenger in the final 4 laps of this event. This time it will be 3 laps to go for Zielinski. Two laps to go this time by. Car number 7 takes the high groove. Meany trying to work him over. Moving into contend, down low. Smoke from the 33 of Sonny Germain. White flag is in the air for Zielinski as Meany gets all out of shape. Looks like it's Zielinski's race. A nice way to cap off 1991. Drew is third, Mallet fourth, and Block fifth. And here they come. Off turn number 4, down to the checkered flag. It's Scott Zielinski in car number 7.
For a change, and Steve Drew. By the way, attention please, Jeremy McCauley. Jeremy McCauley, if you are here, please come to the tower. Jeremy McCauley. Jeremy McCauley. If you are here, please come to the tower. Jeremy McCauley, if you are here, please come to the tower.
Ladies and gentlemen, he's out of the car. Scott Zielinski, first win ever behind the wheel of a Strictly stock. Scott, how does it feel to get your first win? Cap off 1991.
It's not too bad. I couldn't have did it without a lot of help from Tom, my brother Neil, and everyone that helped out. For someone that don't know much about racing, well, I'm here now.
Well, my prediction is that you'll come back next year and be one of our leading rookies once again. Scott Zielinski, your winner in car number 7. Finishing in the runner-up spot after a lot of hard luck this season, Dave Meany, congratulations on your second place finish. That was a great run.
Well, I've had some tough luck lately, and it's been a long time. No Friday nights in the top 3 this year until tonight, and it's been hard to get here, but finally got it.
Well, it's a great way to cap off 1991. Congratulations. Dave Meany, your second place finisher. And now over here to Steve Drew, who's had a great rookie season. Steve, congratulations, third place finisher.
Thanks a lot. I'd like to thank all the fans who came out for fan night tonight, and I'd like to thank a special fan of mine named Kevin. He's out there. We'll see you next year.
Congratulations, Steve Drew, the Mount Tully Kennels 17, gets a top 3 finish to cap off 1991.
Rathburn from Winchendon and the 17X. That belongs to Dwayne Cody of Westminster, the J&L Auto Body BMW. Here they come. Final feature of Friday night, and they're on their way. Trouble with Gail Lavoie on the start, brings out a caution before a lap is complete. Everybody gets on the binders with maybe one exception, and that's Lorenzetti. who hasn't seen the yellow flag yet, picks up 3 spots trying to come up through. Lavoie, after a good finish last week, having her problems tonight. Here they come again. 20-lap feature event for the mini stocks. Looking for the green, Davis, Lash Away, Blackmore, Krajewski, and DeRozier. Look out! Blackmore, Davis gets nailed by Krajewski. Wenzel has no place to go. Lash Away comes around, as does Blackmore. And the caution comes out again. Here they come. 20 laps. DeRozier looks low, gets the green, and here he comes. DeRozier, Felton, Clayton, Lorenzetti, Wenzel, Alexander, and Anaki. DeRozier will lead the first. Wenzel moves up. Felton looks to the outside of DeRozier. Felton could finish off the season with a win. He hasn't won since July. Here they come. DeRozier wins one more. Felton to the high side. Off turn 2, and there he goes. The 1991 champion jumps into the lead. Clayton spins the 7 New Hampshire on the backstretch. Felton goes by. DeRozier second. And the caution comes out for Kevin Clayton. Clayton, driving his father's car, the final 2 races of the Friday night season, brings it around off turn 2, and he's going to need some assistance to get himself refired. 3 feature wins and a championship for the season. Here they come. Whoa, Wenzel and Lorenzetti tap bumpers. Felton jumps way out ahead. George Kamansky's working his way up in there. He'd love to be 1-2 with Freddie Felton. It's Lorenzetti, Wenzel, Alexander, Kamansky, and DeRozier running behind your leader, Felton. Then Anaki. Lashaway has moved up. Nice recovery so far for Lashaway. Kamansky and DeRozier come together off turn 2. Fred Felton's just running away from everybody. Lorenzetti and Wenzel battle for 3rd and 2nd. Alexander goes 4th, Kamansky 5th. Anaki up to 6th, DeRozier back to 7th. 8th is Lashaway, 9th is Cody, and 10th is Blackmore. Wenzel to the outside, takes over 2nd. Lorenzetti fights back on the inside. Down the backstretch, into 3. Wenzel in hard, Lorenzetti in low. Then it's Anaki, Alexander. Good battle for 2nd on, back to 6th. Fred Felton, meanwhile, is a half lap ahead of everybody battling for position. Wenzel to the outside, way outside. Trying to get that spot. Lorenzetti holds on tight. Wenzel, Lorenzetti. Lorenzetti low. He gets a tap from Anaki. Almost took Wenzel out of it. Anaki bangs his way to the inside. Lorenzetti bangs right back. Look out, Wenzel. He's the guy coming up on the short end of that. And Alexander sends a look out. And over he goes. Lorenzetti on his side and on his wheels. Lawrence Eddy got quite a ride coming off turn 2, and Alexander is right back up there to rub salt in the wounds. Victor Rozier's got a problem now. Alexander, here's the green, guys. Yo, green! And Alexander's the one who spots it, and here he comes. Kirk Alexander, the only man watching the flag stand. Alexander, Felton, and Aki. The rest of them are still waiting for the green. Alexander's going to have his hands full of Felton now for the next 8 laps. The Pinto, the Scirocco, and the BMW are going to be out there battling like crazy for position. And it's going to boil down to a Pinto and a Scirocco. And Alexander's been pretty vocal about how he thinks these Sciroccos run better than he does, and he wants to beat him. This is going to be a big one. Alexander's going to make Freddie run the outside if he wants it. He'll dive low, and there's the Bimmer right on his bumper. One more lap, 14 down. Look out, trouble on Anaki's car, and that'll take him out of the running. Wenzel and Kamansky move up. Blackmore goes 6 now, and Fred Felton takes the lead back on lap number 15. Under 5, it's Felton, Alexander, Anaki, Wenzel, and Kamansky. Felton begins to open it up again as the traffic gets a little bit tight right in front of him. Here's your leader moving up on lap traffic. That could be a break for Alexander. Two laps to go. Your leader's in traffic. And there he is. Alexander second, Anaki third. Then Kamansky, Wenzel, Blackmore, Lashaway, and DeRozier. Fred Felton coming up for the white flag. Here he is, Felton, Alexander, Anaki. Trying to run down Alexander and take over second. Alexander around Rathburn. He's got a half lap to hang on to that second spot. The checkered flag is out. Fred Felton could have number 4 when he comes across the line. He does. Alexander, Anaki, Kamansky, and Wenzel. Well, folks, for those of you who've been with us all season long, thanks an awful lot for sharing Monadnock Speedway action on Friday nights. We hope you'll be back with us for the Enduros the next 3 Sundays. And if not, we'll see you in the spring of 1992. Thanks a lot. We appreciate your patronage and your support. What's made Monadnock Speedway the great speedway it's becoming here in the northeastern United States. We'll have one last chat with Fred Felton for the 1991 season as he collects win number 4. Freddie about ready to get unbelted, unbuckled here. Here he is, Fred Felton, our Friday night mini winner. Freddie, a win tonight's a nice way to cap off a championship season.
Yeah, it was. I was sleeping there, though, on that last green flag.
I noticed that, and half the field was still waiting for green on the next lap.
Oh, really? I wasn't the only one then?
I don't think so. Chan caught you all sleeping. But the old Scirocco looked like it was really wound up and running well tonight.
It was going real good. I tried a little harder. You know, they penalized us 220 pounds, which wasn't fair. So I just had to show them that an old man could still beat them even with 220 pounds added.
The old man did it all right. 4 wins on the season for Fred Felton. And Kirk Alexander Somebody told you somewhere along the line to watch the flagman at all times, didn't they?
Well, on the backstretch, I was waiting for him to go. I was wondering if they'd get their butts out of gear or what the story was. But caught him sleeping, so that's the way it goes.
Well, I saved you. Probably picked you up a couple of spots and gave you a good second behind the Scirocco.
Yeah, something's wrong with the car. I hear some funny noises coming out of it, but we'll find them sometime.
Well, you got a week to get them fixed, and then you'll be back for the final mini feature event here on the 29th.
Yep, well, we'll be here, so we'll see how it goes.
Kirk Alexander finishing second, and Alan Anaki, you had a third, but it looked for a minute like you might not have had anything there a couple of laps ago.
I don't have the slightest idea what happened, but it sure scared me.
You running radials on that thing?
Not at all.
Well, it's a third, and it's a good finish after last week's win. Alan Anaki, our third finisher. Thanks a lot for being with us, folks, and we'll see you in 1992 or on the Sunday Enduros.